doing one that's in the authentic setting, it affects everything. Thereafter, it's hugely different. Everything is different. We had to remake our 221B set. We instantly have the problem of period settings and so on. Whereas, before we just turn the camera on and point it at London, we can't do that anymore.
Victorian London is tricky. It's expensive. There's a lot of things you have to paint out. There's a lot of things you have to put in. There's modern buildings you want to get rid of. It takes ages to close off a road in London now. It's about 6 weeks, I think.
It takes longer to get dressed. It takes, so you're longer in makeup, you're longer in wardrobe. Resets take longer.
366, take 3.
The filming process itself is just physically slower because you have to put on a wig, obviously, and mutton chops. I mean, everything is slower. I mean, it's not just the filmmaking; it's the actual people. People communicated. I mean, one of the great things about the modern day Sherlock is the speed with which he can globally get things done. In this, you have to use telegrams and Morse. So I think that has an atmospheric shift.
And I notice you've published another of your stories, Dr. Watson.
Yes. Did you enjoy it?
No.
We want to keep faith with our version of those characters, which is a very authentic version, but nonetheless is our version of those characters, and yet put them in a Doyle setting with a Doyle style of presentation.
You see, the interesting thing is, in my case, I don't know myself that differently because I've tried to implant the Victorian in the modern to an extent. He, as a person, I think is very old-fashioned. He's very contained in another era. So yeah, for me, it feels weirdly at home. For this character.
Dr. Watson is a bit different. We've done, I think, quite a sly thing. He slightly presents himself more as the traditional Dr. Watson, but you realise something else is going on underneath.
The way that we're having to do it is with a touch more formality, but you don't want to completely change those characters who people have come to know and love anyway. So I'm still recognisably John and Ben's still recognisably Sherlock, but just with a bit more of a, straight back, I guess.
Every great cause has martyrs. Every war has suicide missions, and make no mistake, this is war.
Why are you doing this? Tell me who you are.
What made you like this?
Oh, Watson. Nothing made me.
It's fun and it's exciting because it feels like we're really doing Sherlock Holmes now, like the traditional way. In a way we've never done it, and everybody else has always done it like this, and now it's, we got famous for doing it modern, and now we're sort of stepping back in time. That's a lot of fun.
And to muck around with a pipe and a deerstalker for real is wonderful. And then as far as the background goes, the setting, the mise en scène, the scenery, all the rest of it, it's just a delight, It always is with period drama. You kind of marvel at it. Flouncing through this in a long coat or a cape and deerstalker has just felt, to the manner born, really, it's been spooky.
This one.
Why?
You're Sherlock Holmes, wear the damn hat.
I once got a coffee voucher so I could go and get myself a cappuccino, and I just got off a plane. I thought, that's exactly right. That's exactly what I want. I want a cappuccino. That's not a weird present. That was a nice present.